Musette by J.S.Bach. This is a little warm-up in the beginning. It plays the first 5 notes of the D scale. We learned the entire D scale, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, those 5 notes will be used for this warm-up. And we'll play it 2 ways, legato, which is smoothly connected, and staccato, which is short and detached, like the keys are hot. So let's try it first. I'll play it for you first in legato. And there's a crescendo and a diminuendo. There's a lot in this first line. Just listen. Here we go. Ready? And. Now I'll play it staccato, like the keys are hot. Naturally, these sustained notes, like the half notes and the whole notes that I just played, they don't get a staccato. They need to be held down the same way as in legato. In other words, they'll be like this in legato and staccato. Okay, so let's try that together. You can practice one hand at a time, and really when you first learn something, don't worry about the dynamics. The dynamics are the louds and the softs. That means mezzo forte, that means that crescendo, that diminuendo or decrescendo, whichever one you want to call that. So let's just learn one hand at a time for this warm-up. Then we'll get into the song. Put your thumb on D in your right hand and play up the first 5 notes and back down. Here we go. Ready? And D, E, F sharp, G, A, and back down. Half note, half, note, half, note, 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, a whole note gets 4 counts. All right, left hand is 5 on the D below middle C. Here we go. Ready? And D, E, F sharp, G, A, back down. Half note, whole note, hold it. Really, you can just count to 1, 2, 3, 4, but I just gave you that so you could remember whole note, hold it. You probably already know that. You don't need to review it more than likely. All right, let's try hands together. First line, ready? And both D's, E, F sharp, G, A, back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you go back once you get that, and then you put in the dynamics. Here we go. Start at mezzo forte, medium loud. Ready? And each note will get just a little louder. Gradually louder, and then gradually softer. 1, 2. That makes music come alive when the notes aren't played always exactly the same. All right, now here is the song. This is an arrangement, of course, but J.S.Bach, the father of music, wrote it. All right, here's how it goes, that second line. Here it is, ready? And just listen. Okay, let's do the left hand first. It's D and A. That's part of the D chord, but not the whole chord. That's the interval of a fifth. All right, you can go ahead and play it staccato like that. Why is this keyboard bouncing around so much? Okay, Sit still, keyboard. All right, let's try that 1 and 5 in your left hand together, D and A. Ready? And. And, of course, the next measure is the same thing, so you can practice that on your own. Go to the third measure. It starts on, of course, F sharp. F is already sharp in the key signature. All right, the rhythm is 1 and 2, 3, 4. All right, put your third finger on F sharp and play that with me. Ready? And 1 and 2, 3, 4. Now, you know what? Practice it without the legato and staccato. I'm giving you too much at once here. Let's do it again. Ready? And 1 and 2, 3, 4. Now, the first 3 notes they run into each other. Like the F sharp bumps into the G bumps into the A. So it comes out like this. And the A, you notice I lifted it off because there's a staccato there. All right, let's try those 3 notes together. F sharp, G, A. Ready? And. All right, once you have that, then you can add the G and the F sharp in that measure. So the G and the F sharp. All right, let's try that entire measure with, let's add the legato and staccato. Here we go. Ready? And. And then the next measure starts 4 on what note? All cars eat. That's an E up to A, F sharp, D. Now notice that A, F sharp, D, what is that? That's the D chord. It outlines, that's the D arpeggio. Okay, so that last measure is this, 4 on E. Ready? And E, A, F sharp, D. And the right hand will also be playing that same thing once we get to it. Now, the last line is almost exactly like that line, so practice that on your own. Let's go to the last measure of the song. It's E, A, and then you hold the D this time. It's just slightly different than the measure we played on the third line. Okay, so practice that by itself. Let's go to your right hand. You can put your left hand in your lap. Stop that video often and practice all of this. And then let's move on to the right hand. Now, this is called the D position when you have your thumb on D. And the left hand was also called the D position when you have the 5 on that D. So the right hand starts on A, and the first 2 measures are exactly the same. Let me play them for you. Ready? And A, G, F sharp, E, D. That is the D scale, 5 notes of it, descending in reverse there. All right, let's start on 5 on A, right hand together in rhythm, 2 measures. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Now that's one musical thought. Then we go on to another thought. That's why that long curved line there is present, because that's a phrase. That is a thought. So let's play that whole thought legato. Ready? On the A. Ready? And 1, 2. All right. Once you get that, let's move to the next measure. It starts on the F sharp, and it goes like this. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Exactly the same as what your left hand did. So apply what we did to the left hand to the right hand. It's legato, then staccato. All right. The next measure is exactly the same notes that we had in the left hand too. This is called, Well, they're an octave apart. So you, in the last measure, second line, we have 2 on E, 5 on A, 3 on F sharp, and 1 on D. Now, again, that next line is exactly the same except for the last measure. So let's jump to the last measure. It's 2 on E, 5 on A, and then you hold the D. Exactly what we did with the left hand. All right, now very slowly, let's try to put this, once you've practiced it, let's try and put it together. Second line where the actual song starts. We're in the D hand position. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and stop there. The right hand is like patting your head and rubbing your stomach. The right hand is smooth. The left hand is short and detached. That's a little probably more difficult than it looks. So practice those first 2 lines over and over until the right hand is smooth and the left hand isn't. The left hand is staccato. All right. Let's go on now to the third measure. Both 3s begin. And if your right hand's playing F sharp, so is your left hand. Ready, and short, G, F sharp, E, A, F sharp, D. You may need to practice that one measure and then go on to the last measure. Whatever you need to do to be comfortable. All right, and then apply all that to the last line, and soon you'll have this little masterpiece called Musette.
Together you and me make perfect harmony. I hear a rhapsody